This is a tale of Uhtred Ragnarson, the rightful heir to Revel's throne. Uhtred's father was a vassal of Sturgia and a lord of the Empire, back when the whole of Calradia was under the Empire's control. This was a time of peace, though it did not last long. Calradia entered into a civil war, as clans were fighting and competing with one another for land. The Empire broke into pieces, and warriors came from different lands to conquer what Calradia had to offer. The Vikings took the north, Mongolians the east, Arabs the south, Saxons the west, and the Empire split the pieces in the middle, 3 ways: north to Lucan, south to Regea, and the west to Garios. In the midst of the wars, Uhtred, as a young boy, was taken as a prisoner by the Vikings when they attacked Revel. He was raised as a Viking in traditional Viking ways, but he knew deep down that the throne of Revel is his birthright, and nothing will stop him from taking it back. Destiny is all. Uhtred is 20 years old, and he can now begin his lifelong quest to take back what is his. He knows that it will be no easy task, and that he will need help. But first, a weapon. He heads into the nearby smithy and creates the finest 2-handed sword he has ever seen. This is a weapon fit for a lord. This is a weapon fit for a king. Next on his agenda is some like-minded friends. He visits a few nearby towns looking for some skilled men that will fight by his side. 2 men fit the bill, a Saxon named Uhtred and a Viking named Krad. Normally, these 2 people wouldn't get along, but he finds them drinking and laughing together, and he can see the loyalty in their eyes. He then gathers a few recruits together and begins their training. He fights bandits and looters to give his men a taste of battle, with every fight being harder than the last. He then starts to look for bigger targets: forest bandits with their piercing arrows, sea raiders with their volley of thrown axes, and mountain bandits with their sharpened javelin. Each fight he takes, thinning his men down until he has the bravest and most fearless men left. Next, he attacks their hideouts. With a handful of men, he manages to infiltrate their camps and dispatch every last one of them. By this point, him and his men are being noticed, their renown is rising in the world, and soon everyone will know the name Uhtred Ragnarson. With word spreading, he starts to receive contracts for mercenary work, but he chooses to side with Sturgia, his home, his people, and his family. Uhtred and his men spend years fighting in the name of Sturgia, gaining money and reputation for their hard work. Battle after battle, loot after loot, siege after siege, Uhtred rises in wealth and renown. He now has enough money to treat his friends to new armor, new weapons, and maybe a cheeky night in the local brothel. After all, he couldn't do anything without his loyal companions by his side. After seeing all of this death around him, he realizes that if he dies on the battlefield, he has no one to succeed his legacy. This has to change. Whilst under the contract of mercenary, he meets lords and ladies from all over Sturgia, sometimes even completing tasks for them for a decent reward. This is how he meets the most beautiful woman he has ever laid eyes upon, the Lady Idrun. A born Viking, a strong but gentle woman She will be the mother of his children. This he knows. Part 2 will be coming soon, guys, so make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And if you're still struggling with smithing in Bannerlord, then watch this video here and I'll teach you everything you need to know. Peace.